Hello, guys. I am Shane Davis, 20-year comic book veteran, coming at you today with another short video. I've done a few videos about the subject of absolute Batman, and I've called it an absolute disaster. I've said it's an absolute mess. It's a mess. Oh, my God. But I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. It is an absolute mess. I feel it is. I feel like it's an absolute mess. As you guys know, it's sold out. But I feel like it's an absolute mess. And a lot of people were like, are you retarded? This is exactly what comics need. I'm going to go down why, and I've said in previous videos, gripe I have with this, but I'm going to go down a few reasons on why I feel this is an absolute disaster, unless you're DC Comics. If you're DC Comics, this is an absolute blessing. But before we get into it, if you guys will, please go consider checking out my campaign up right now, Inglorious Rex Volume 3. The third volume in this series. If you guys like Rocky, if you love action adventure, if you love heroic tales, if you love Gundam, Evangelion, India, any of that stuff, you'll absolutely love Inglorious Rex. This is about genetic modified kaiju that are the pilots or fighters, and they're saving the last human city. If you guys will, please go over here and check this out. $218,697. And still taking pre-orders on this. And if you want to pick up Inglorious Rex 1 or 2 and them ship out next day, if you go to shop 9 Lives Comics Inglorious Rex, you will find copies for order that can be in your mailbox tomorrow. All right, so let's get into it. The big news is Absolute Batman, a sellout across comic book stores. There still could be some copies shipping in Diamond, but obviously this is going to trigger a second printing. And if DC knows what to do, they know what to do. You're only going to print about 10,000 copies on the second printing, and that's going to cause a third printing, and so on and so forth. And that's going to build FOMO. That's going to build interest in this book. I've seen DC Comics do this playbook many a times. DC Comics probably knew that they should have overprinted and had some sitting, but they need to sell out. They do. And that's not taking anything away from the book selling, okay? I'm just saying this is what they do, rightfully so. And this is my big gripe with this book. Granted, I've only read some preview pages, but I like Nick Dragotta, and I think Snyder has written a book here or there that isn't bad. I'm just not interested in this. I wish this was a creator-owned character. That there's been so many liberties taken with this character that it's so off the mark for Batman, going all the way, I think, to Martha Kent still alive or something like that. There's so many things that's just different about this, from the physique to the costume to there's no bat symbol really. The bat symbol is an axe blade. I mean, at this point, this could just be another name for the character, maybe color him different, and they probably could have gotten away with it legally and printed it through Image. I mean, those two changes probably would have avoided a lawyer knocking at their door from DC Comics. And that's what bothers me about this, is when talented people are out here refurbishing IP for corporate America. Now, before people go, but Shane, Batman's the only thing we can sell. Why would you take this away from the comic retailers? Look, the comic retailers weren't all that interested in it, or they wouldn't be selling out. They would actually have more copies in their shops. A lot of people here are just like, I walk in, it's out, everybody's calling. And a lot of retailers did not go all in on this. Actually, one of the incentives, which I thought was very strange, I hadn't really seen DC do this before, was if you met and exceeded orders on another Batman issue, basically you could order 25 copies for $25. That's $1 a book. That was a great thing for retailers. Now, obviously they didn't bite, or they didn't bite hard enough, because they don't have 25 copies sitting there for people as the phone's ringing off the hook. So to me, that's interesting. Okay. With all things said, why is this great for DC Comics and horrible for comic creators? Well, I don't understand why what I'm looking at here, everything I've seen about Absolute Batman, just isn't the new superhero at Image Comics, and maybe one day would have an Amazon original like Invincible, right? That's my feelings on it. Everything I look at it. Why is this great for DC Comics, though? Because Batman is going to be, a lot of the characters at DC Comics, including Wonder Woman, Joker, Superman, Batman, are all slipping in public domain in 2035. This is the blessing of all blessings for DC Warner Brothers because they just got their Miles Morales. Hello, guys. DC Comics just found their Miles Morales, their version of Batman that will stand the test of time of public domain. And that's what all this was about. Sure, a good story and reinventing the wheel and all of that jazz. And just let's take our time and build out Batman a different way for a new generation. You can run that bullshit all day long. I've done it myself with Earth One Superman. The reality is on the underbelly of this corporate side of things is DC. This is probably the biggest W that they've had. Gay Superman didn't take. Okay, well that was a version of Superman, Jonathan Kent Superman, a version of Superman that would have they could have hung on to if the public bought into it. Absolute Batman looks like people are buying into it. Now it's only one issue. I find it hard to call it a home run yet. Again, I haven't read the issue, but there's a lot to deal with this character and a lot of unpacking of characters. Like I've seen Batman Beyond come around and be a really hot property, and everybody loves Batman Beyond, but he does not have the rogues gallery. Batman has an extensive rogues gallery, and I don't know what they're going to do with it. How are you going to make this work for 2 years? Why do you say 2 years, Shane? Because off it's selling out. Absolute Batman #1 sells out across bookstores. Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta on Absolute Batman for at least 2 years. Basically, Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta confirmed on Absolute Batman for at least 2 years if sales remain strong. Now, that's not a guarantee. Okay. Notice it says if sales remain strong. DC Comics themselves and the people there are saying we do have a map out of 2 years if the retailer will continue supporting this book. I don't feel like retailers supported it as much as they should have. Okay. I think a lot of people are gun shy and they've been burnt by DC Comics. Let's just be honest. Expect new hero characters and team dynamics in the upcoming Absolute Universe saga. Nice way of saying we're going to give you the old shit in a new way. Going to get you Superman, but it'll be different. We're going to give you this, but it's going to be different. Your Wonder Woman's got the Final Fantasy sword. Let's go. This Absolute Batman focuses on a young, idealistic, and angrier Bruce. Can you get an angrier Bruce? Shaping the narrative. The creative duo is crafting villains, giving Absolute Batman the toughest challenges yet. All right. So they're basically pleading that people keep buying, and they will keep making this for at least 2 years. Look, I mean, this should go without saying. If you guys will keep buying it, why would the creative team change? Look, a lot of things have been said. They said Tom King was going to be on Batman for up to 100 issues. They also said that Tom King to retailers, as retailers were holding the book in their hand, that Batman and Catwoman were going to get married. Take it with a grain of salt, guys. But DC is heavily pleading with retailers, please invest in this book and we will craft a nice 2-year run for you. Now, a 2-year run, that's about 4 trades, maybe a small omnibus full of comics there. It could sell, it could be a long-term thing. I just don't believe, and this is just me, I don't believe that they're going to come up with great new villains. And I think one of the biggest high points of this book will be their version of the Joker. And I don't know if I'm all that interested in it, to be honest. I'm all actually divested of a lot of this. And in the end, I go back to my same basic points when I look at this. I've said, and you guys can go back, say, Shane, I told you this was going to sell. Go back to my original videos. I said, why is this not just a new character? Like, that's disappointing. Everything about it to me looked like a comic I want to buy. The biggest turnoff to me on this entire project is Batman. It kills it for me. I might be the minority here. Maybe everybody wants this version of Batman. I don't know. But for me, I mean, I'd just rather it be called the Fixer or something like that and just run with it, knock the pointy ears off his head, keep the emblem on the chest, give him a different paint job on his color palette, and he just doesn't fight in Gotham City. Everything else, it's not Batman. If anything, I'm seeing two creators basically give an evil corporation a different version of Batman that look, they've gotten away with this for years, keeping creators out of fair pay and everything. And now here are two creators just giving them a second leash on life. It's kind of horrible. In my opinion, I'm still not excited for this. Am I hating? Not really. I'm just observing. And I'm not even all that interested in reading it. Besides the preview pages I've seen, I guess I should read a copy of this. But in the end, unless you hand me a copy of this and it's not Batman, I'm not really interested in it. And actually, I think we're watching something really, really devious here. If you guys will, please hit like, subscribe, ring the bell for notification. Also, go check out Inglorious Rex, creator-owned comics, 9 Lives Comics. And you can back it on Indiegogo also, as well as 9 Lives Comics. So there are multiple places to get this campaign. I'll leave you guys with a trailer for this smash hit comic and catch you guys again with another video.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Truth always hurts worse. Doing good till first reverse, now you last. Blast of the past. It's cool though. Last card, play it right. Uno. We never let up. Been down forever. Sick man, we fed up. Know that we tired. Wake up the beast that's been sleeping inside. It's time to ride. We ready to slide. Hard-headed, I will not listen. If you do not get it, that's your bad. Keep up in the sky like we see you feet up. Metal meets metal, it's no keeping up. Sniper division, it's no seeing us. This here is earned, ain't no hookups. So if you wanna eat, gotta cook up.